Welcome to the farm.
Welcome back to the farm. We got a nice, beautiful, sunny day finally. It's actually pretty warm, almost 40 degrees at the end of December, which is really crazy in Wisconsin. But today, the project we're going to do is we're actually going to rebuild one of these water insulators. One of these guys right here. So this one was originally built for our ducks when we had ducks 2 years ago. So it's bigger for a deeper bowl because the ducks need to be able to dunk their heads and rinse and all that kind of stuff. So now that we don't have ducks, we used it for chickens, but it's just not working as well as we would like, and the bowls don't sit in there as nice. So we're going to build a smaller one for a smaller bowl, just like we have in the other chicken coop. So here's the insulator for the other coop. As you can see, just the way the bowl sits on the ring is just better. It's easier to manage. It's a smaller size, takes up less room in the coop. So we're going to try to make another one of these, and hopefully I got the same size bowl, so hopefully they'll all be interchangeable between all three coops. So I'm going to take some measurements and then we'll head over to the barn, get out whatever material we have laying around, and get one of these built. So I got my carpenter's notepad here, and the size of the box that was in the other chicken coop was 19 inches by 19 inches, and the sides were inside the top and the bottom, so not including the top and the bottom, are 8 inches tall. So take the plywood, run it through the table saw, and get our pieces cut. Okay, so now I got my backs here cut, my top and my bottom of my box, and I got the sides cut. Now I just need to get these sides cut to length. And what I got to make sure I do is whatever the thickness that these sides are, I got to make my length that much thinner. And once I cut them and start assembling, it'll make sense why. If I got to be 19 by 19, and I got some 5/8 ply, so I got to be 18 and 3/8 for my length. So, got our sides cut to length. Now we can start assembling our sides and attach our bottom. So now the reason we made all of these 5/8 smaller is once we start assembling, we got to make our seam. Now from this back corner to this corner should be 19 inches, which is right on the money. Then as we build around, that'll make up the distance, and our outside measurement will stay 19. So we're just going to put a little construction adhesive on here. just to help hold it together in the coops. Because all I'm going to do is tack it together with finish nails just to hold it until the adhesive dries. Then I'll just make my way around doing that. And then next I'll put the bottom on. Same principle will apply. Just do some construction adhesive and nail it on. Then I'm just going to take a cloth, rag, wipe up the extra glue on the outside here. And of course, I missed a couple nails. So we'll just bend these over, cut them. And then tap them back in. So now that we got our bottom and our sides put together, we got to cut our foam. So we need to cut some squares, 17 3/4, 17 3/4. Here's a little trick I like to use. We got to go 17 3/4. So I'll just hold my finger there at 17 3/4, and I can just drag it. And now I got a nice line. And I can do it again. And then set it in the box. Alright, so we got the rest of our foam cut. Now we need to work on cutting our holes. So what I did on the last one is I just kind of measured the max diameter of the bowl, which looks to be about 15 inches. And I subtracted the overhang here, which is about a ½ inch on each side, so about 14 inches. I'll give a little wiggle room, so I'll go 14 3/4. And to find my center, I just take a straight edge, line it up with the two corners opposite each other, draw a line, and then do it the opposite way this way. And then where the two lines intersect is the center of my board. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, just for point of reference, I can measure over for my center mark half the distance, which would be 14 3/4, which would be 7 3/8. So we'll go out there. I can take a screw, start in the center. And now I can take my chalk line, and I can use that as a makeshift compass. Just make a line on my string here, and now I can there we go. Close enough circle for what we're doing. So next I'll just drill a hole somewhere just inside this perimeter, and then I can use that to get my jigsaw started easily and just cut the circle out. And there's our hole. Now we can use this to trace out all our foam and cut the holes in the foam. I know the bowl has a taper to it, but I'm not concerned about having a little bit of air gap around the bowl. It still will hold the heat and help insulate it and still help keep it from freezing. So before we go too far cutting the foam, you should probably test fit the bowl. Well, that's why I wanted to test fit. The measurement I should have cut it at, instead of 14 3/4, should have been 14 1/4, so my hole's too big. So I'll just have to cut another top piece and try it again. Alright, so I made a new top off camera because you've already seen it once, you didn't need to see it again. And let's give it a test fit now. I haven't tried it yet, so you'll see if I messed up again or not. And that one seems to be doing pretty good. I'm happy with it. So now we can trace out and cut out our foam. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect. Like I said, the bowl's got a taper, but we'll just get it close. And there we have it. One's cut out. I'll cut out the other two, and then we'll get assembling. Got the foam stacked in, ready to glue and nail my top down. So there's the finished product. I must have mismeasured something or did things a little differently this time than did last time, because I ended up having to rip the whole box down, these sides down another inch, because there's about an inch gap between the top layer of foam and the top. But you can see this fits in here nice. It sits right on the bottom of the foam, so it's not going to sink in, and it's going to just be a lot easier for us to use. So that's the end of this video. Kaden, Stana, and I are going to do some coop cleaning because nothing spells family togetherness like shoveling poo. Please give the video a like. Please subscribe to the channel.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.